1 second, April. Hello, Warriors. I have a great video for you here today. Didn't do my hair today because evidently using an electric mixer after a certain stage of the gel phase breaks it up. So literally I just turned on the blender for a second and the entire thing went from like a thick gel to a complete liquid. Very interesting. But watch this video. Stay to the end. Hello, Warriors. So if you're a parent, you're a business owner, you've likely experienced the trouble of like your family's always getting in the way, it seems, because you have this varied schedule and everything. And how do you, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're always getting in the way of it. So stay to the end of this video to figure out, find out my solution, find out if it works or not, find out if you like it, hear it out, hear the perspective. Stay to the end. So I'm going to share the solution that I'm using that's honestly pretty effective. So started my business, Week to Warrior, about 5 years ago, and I've just been running it like crazy ever since. It's been taking like 80 hours a week. I just think about it constantly. I dream about it. It's amazing, but it's a lot of work, and this can distance you from your family and your kids and stuff, and you're like, how do I like what do I do? Like, how do I have this business perform at a high level and have a family? Because you're starting the business, if you're like me, for your family, so you can be independent enough to have time to spend with them. You see people commuting hours and hours every day to work, and you're like, that's not for me. If I did that, then I wouldn't have any time to spend with my family, wouldn't have any energy. So, but then again, though, the business ends up taking up all your time and energy. And even when it's going well, a lot of the times you're only really focusing on the business when you're really energetic. So your family doesn't get the rest of your energy. They just get what's left over, and that's not really a good solution. So I thought about this a lot, and one thing I always really admired about Donald Trump, regardless of what you think about him politically, as a businessman, as a family man, no comment on his marriages, but his kids are a part of the business and they admire him. And they work together, seemingly. It's a pretty cohesive family structure, I mean, as things go. And I always thought, like, when did that start? Like, when did these people start working with their dad? And I think it always had to be there. If it wasn't there from the beginning, then it wouldn't be natural. Then it's hard, because how do you take your kid and bring them into anything resembling a business environment? Because it's basically not going to be a business environment once your kid's there. One way I'm doing that right now is I'm just bringing her to the store. I have to run errands for the business, so just come with me. Yeah, April.
We can't go there.
Oh, okay. Maybe we could. I don't really know where you're pointing to, April, because I'm just driving and I'm not really paying attention to that, but we'll talk about that later. And you see, there's these teachable moments that come up when you bring your kid into the process. Like, even if I'm just doing paperwork and she's doing her paperwork and drawing on one side of the desk, I can just teach her how to exist around me while I'm doing business related activities, even just a few hours a week at this age. Then because she wants it now. Like, she's asking, she's like, Daddy, I want to go to work with you. And if I deny this to her at this age, then why would she come to work with me later? You know what I mean? Like, she already wanted to. And I already said no. And now that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I feel like I have to be considerate towards my children. Like, oh, you want to come work with me? Okay, I will try my best to incorporate you into my work life so that they can be considerate of me. And it's this sort of environment of considerateness that builds, and ultimately it ends with a successful family business and them developing the skills to run a business and understanding what it's like psychologically, because that's another huge part of it. Like, understanding and seeing the same way I saw my dad with the rental properties, like, just seeing how the business is run on a personal level, on a behavioral level. Subscribe for more amazing lifestyle content.